Hi, Bob, and it's great having you and Jane in for an academy session. We worked on a couple of critical things in your golf swing. One was trying to get control of the path coming down. I thought you were doing a lot of good things as far as your setup and all was concerned, but when we watched the golf swing itself, the tendency was to kind of roll the club around you and inside, and then reroute the club on an over-the-top path coming down. And you did a good job of getting that club down into delivery at this particular point, but you lost some angle of approach, and it made it very difficult for you to be able to get consistency. That time you hit it too much into the hosel, as you can see right there, which is going to create that shanky doodle dandy, which is not the best strike that we're looking for. So we worked on a couple of key things. One was trying to keep the triangle going away together and rotate it back with your shoulders and try to get the handle in and the club head up a little bit sooner on the takeaway. And then on the downswing, this was the little pump drill that I gave you, and you can see the difference in your angle of approach, being one that's down on your right forearm versus one that was out with a sharper angle of approach starting here. Okay. From this point, you can turn through the shot with your chest and square everything up. So it's a matter of us working on some key fundamentals. One of the things, I'll add a couple of drills to your repertoire here so you have some good practice habits, but in the mirror, and certainly doing split grip drills are going to help you. But like I said, I'll add a couple of drills as well to the end of this so that you'll have them as references. So until I want to talk to you about the difference between swinging with your upper arm versus your lower arm. And the tendency that most of us get is we tend to try to hit it with our hands and our forearms coming down and through. And when we do that, we get tight. When we get tight, it really restricts the club from swinging. You're not going to be able to get your acceleration. The other thing that tends to happen is it causes the club to swing off its plane and me to come out of my posture position. So what do I want to feel? Well, on the backswing, you certainly want to feel that your supinator on your right is helping you swing the club head back, which is your forearm. That'll help you get onto plane. On your forward motion, instead of it being the forearms and hands working, they should be as soft as can be. It's really the upper arms that are working. So what does that feel like? Well, if I just take my forearms out of it and I move down and through like this with my upper arms, you notice that as I am moving my upper arms, it brings my body pivot along with it. It allows me to stay in my posture and release through. So what's different from that than your shoulders? Well, the shoulders, if they just start to move, the tendency would be to move and lunge forward. So I would prefer to feel like my upper arms, which if I just take the club and I put it up in front of me like this, and I start to feel into my downswing being with my upper arms, it allows for me to be able to let the club swing and follow the arms. The arms are going to be moving around my body and allow me to stay in my posture. That's going to give me my best strike, and it's going to allow my lower arms to feel relaxed so that they can have natural speed working for them instead of trying to use tension. That allows me to stay in my posture and make a really good strike like that. So practice this feeling of your upper arms leading the forward motion. It's going to help you stay in your posture and accelerate the club without tension. So until next time, happy golfing.